Welcome back to this week's episode of Thinking Out Loud. I am your host, Adriana. And just to start off, I want to say a huge thank you to my currently 36 subscribers. And I want to say thank you to everyone who has watched my videos, gave it a thumbs up. This is super exciting for me. It's super nerve-wracking at the same time as well. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Today's episode, we're going to get into how to get to know yourself a little better. I'm going to get into today on how you can either get back to yourself and try to remember who you are in moments where you feel uninspired, in moments where you feel a little bit lost, in moments where you feel like, dang, I just feel very disconnected from myself, right? So today I'm going to go over 3 different websites that I have used in the past to pretty much better understand myself, like the ins and outs of me. And just to let you know, all of these websites are free to use. So if you end up using any single one of them, I would love to know which one you used and what results you got back. You can comment them down below in the comment box. The first one, it's called Enneagram. It's pretty much a website that divides personalities into 9 different types, and the personalities are attached to people's core beliefs. And the website will pretty much give you a questionnaire. You answer all the questions, and how you answer them pretty much tells you where your core beliefs stand and how those core beliefs allow you to interpret the world, right? So when I took this test, the Enneagram test, it was about 2 years ago, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. And I got the results of the giver and the enthusiast, right? So the giver and the enthusiast was explained like by the website to me as someone who always like is helping other people, like the giver area of me. The enthusiast was always somebody who is like an optimist, doesn't really like feeling like negative, sad emotions. And so it just will give you a description of like your strengths, your weaknesses, how those strengths and weaknesses play out in like your work environment, in your romantic relationships, in your like family dynamics, in your regular friendships. And it also allows you to get some more insight on how you perceive the world based off of those core beliefs, right? So that's Enneagram. I'm going to go ahead and link the website down below. That way you guys can check it out. I got type 7 and type 2. I took this test for the first time 3 years ago, and I wanted to compare if my mindset had actually developed or if there was any type of shift, right? I took that test again this year in November, and I actually scored differently. I scored higher in the what did I say the first one was? The enthusiast. And then rather than scoring high on the giver this time around, I scored equally as high as the giver last time, but now I scored the achiever, right? So then that just kind of explained that I'm someone who like is like setting out goals and is like trying to like execute them and commit to them. And I pretty much like play the role of like wanting to set an example, be the leader, yada, yada, yada. So it was really interesting for me to see that growth in my mindset, or just that shift of mindset. So this is another reason why I would recommend try this out, just because it's really fun to better understand yourself and see these different characteristics develop or maybe like go away if you've actually put in the effort to maybe change like how you act and maybe move around the world every day. The second website that I've used in the past is called 16 Personalities. Now 16 Personalities is a little bit different. It has 4 different it has 4 main categories, right? And those categories are the analyst, the sentinels, diplomats, and explorers, right? So within those 4 categories, there's 4 more subcategories, and those will kind of better describe like the character that you play in your own life. When I've taken this test, I've taken this test twice. And I really only took this test twice for purposes of this video. Because again, I took this test for the first time maybe 2.5 years ago. And then I took it again this year, probably like a couple days ago, like last week or something like that. And on that one, I scored the same both times. I'm still considered the campaigner. And the campaigner was explained by the website as, so when I got my result, it said the campaigner, and it gives you like a bold like description. Mine, for example, was campaigners are fiercely independent and much more than stability and security. They crave creativity and freedom, right? And I was like, that sounds like me, you know? So then I got interested, read into it more. Obviously, there's some things that do apply, some things that don't apply. The website is really cool because after you answer all the questions, it'll give you like your character, and pretty much it'll explain like an introduction, the strengths and weaknesses. I'm looking at it right now, like how you play out in romantic relationships, friendships, parenthood, career paths, workplace habits. And at the moment that I took this test, I remember I wanted just more insight on like what to do with myself career-wise, right? Because I'd always been really wishy-washy about what I wanted to do. And I was like, just thinking like, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Like I kind of know what I'm like strong at. What are my strong attributes? And then I know where I lack and I need to like develop some skills. I wouldn't necessarily consider either one of these websites similar to like horoscope readings, because I feel like this dials in specifically into those personality traits. Again, because you're answering really specific questions, and that's like a very, I would consider it a more, what's the word? Accurate representation of your own personality and obviously your own thought process. So again, if you're going to test either one of these websites out, or if you want to pause this video, take the test real quick, and then come back and comment down below what results you got, I would love to hear that. Again, if you're enjoying any of this content right now, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. And finally, my last and my favorite, even though I feel this one is going to be the most, this one has the most skepticism around it, but it's going to be your horoscope, right? I'm huge on astrology. I totally believe that the stars align and they try to give us messages, right? For those people who only know horoscope on a very like superficial, which is like the 12 regular zodiac signs, I would suggest check out Cafe Astrology. And again, I'm going to link this one below as well. Cafe Astrology, if you enter your birthday, the time you were born, the place you were born, and then your name, will give you an entire chart of what's supposed to be your natal birth chart, right? The natal birth chart pretty much gives you the ins and outs of like your external personality, your internal feelings, the person you strive to be or become. And it's just, again, like, just if you don't want to believe it as like concrete truth, just do it for fun. Do it just to get a little bit more insight. I've made all of my friends do this, and it's funny because the ones that are the most skeptical are always the ones that get the most blown away, or they get real hush hush, you know, when the readings are spot on. And when I say readings, I just mean like the description of the different, what would it be? The different layers of your personality that the horoscope can really help you understand. I'm, for example, a Leo with a Taurus rising and a Scorpio moon. What does that mean? I learned that that means like outwardly, I am a more flamboyant, loud, confident, just person, right? I had never really felt like I fully related to that, because I do know that I have some insecurities and just some like doubts here and there that just don't really match the commonly known Leo energy, right? So when I read into it more, I'm like, oh, okay, Scorpio moon, what does this mean? Oh, well, it means that I have a lot of feelings and I don't really know how to process them. That's what it means. And then as far as my Taurus rising, that kind of gave me more insight on like the part of me that's a little bit more grounded, a little bit more the rising sign is more the person you want to become. Sorry, I didn't mention before. The moon sign is more your internal emotions and like your thought process and your feelings. So understanding those 3 placements, because that's what it is in astrology terms, just really helps you understand yourself a little bit better. And everyone always says like, oh, like astrology, people use astrology as an excuse for their like bad or not so considerate behavior, right? And the way I see all 3 of these websites, it's pretty much, it gives you like an outline or like a just rough like sketch of who you are and how you come across and how you operate. So it's like, use this to your advantage, you know, like study yourself and understand like the ins and outs so that you can really like, what's the word? Master yourself and master how you navigate this world. I know that sometimes we get discouraged because we see someone like just be more in tune with themselves, and you're like, how do you operate so like gracefully? And so this just allows you to either have fun with it if you want to just try it out for fun. It allows you to have more insight. In my opinion, if you're not going to use this to actually like believe it 100%, just do it for fun, you know? Let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear it. Let me know which website was your favorite. Again, comment down below which one you think you're going to try out. And if you enjoyed this video at all, go ahead and share. Tell your friends about it. Share it to your auntie. Share it to your mom. Share it to whoever you want to share it to. And don't forget to subscribe, because my 36 subscribers that already have subscribed to this page are going to get a shout out until it turns into 37 and 38. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. I'm thinking we're going to do something more along the lines of, where is your mindset? I'm more than likely going to attach like a mindset quiz and just talk about how before we attack anything, mindset is just the most important. I don't know why I swung myself like that. But yes. And then I'm also thinking that I want to do maybe like a vision board video for bringing in 2021. But I'll get into that one in the following video. Okay. Comment down below which one you want to see first, the mindset or the vision board video. Okay. Mwah. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you who stuck around to the very end. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.